We are happy to welcome you to this year's edition of the Hardsurface Awards Gala. The awards presented tonight are among the most prestigious awards in our industry. Tonight, we would like to thank you, the members of the Terrazzo, Tile, and Marble Association of Canada, for supporting our association, for helping us promote the industry on all levels, and through the Hardsurface Awards. This year, 20 projects were entered in 7 categories. While only one project will win in each category, and only one will be the Project of the Year winner. We would like to thank all who entered projects in the race, proving once again that you are meeting and exceeding the industry standards. Every one of the well-executed projects, being stone, tile, terrazzo, or slabs, contributes to the prosperity of the entire industry. We congratulate all of you for being in the race for this year's awards, and we thank you for sharing them with us and the country. In return, we have proudly shared them with architects, designers, specification writers, and others in our industry. The winning projects will be posted on our website until next year's competition is completed and will be featured in our fall issue of the Hardsurface magazine. This year the projects have been judged online by a group of architects, specifiers, and engineers. They took their time looking at and judging the projects. The vote was done individually in all the specific categories, but decided as a group for the Judges' Award of Merit and the Project of the Year. Here are the entries for this year. Terrazzo, Cortellucci Hospital, submitted by Franklin Terrazzo and Domus Terrazzo. Manufactured Tile and Slabs, Jaguar and Land Rover Dealership, submitted by MAPE Incorporated. Marine Drive Residences, submitted by Metroworks Tile and Stone. Mountain View Mansion, submitted by Ardex and LFT Professionals. Natural Stone, Simon Fraser University Plaza, submitted by Apex Granite and Tile. York Region Annex, submitted by York Marble, Tile and Terrazzo. Brentwood Redevelopment, submitted by Creo Stone and Custom Building Products. Unique Special Award, Gusto 501, submitted by Pico Engineering. Fanshawe College Innovation, submitted by Franklin Terrazzo. Restoration, Fairmont Palliser, submitted by MAPE. Historical, Bill Reed Gallery and Cathedral, submitted by Huard Group. Technical Product Application, Minoru Aquatic Center, submitted by Apex Granite and Tile. Grand Prairie Regional Hospital, submitted by MAPE. Residential, Kitso, submitted by Huard Group. Project Fifth Line, submitted by Custom Building Products. Lofts du Village, submitted by MAPE. South Charleswood House, submitted by Ames Tile and Stone, Winnipeg Branch. 143 Heath Street, submitted by Ardex. Berkeley Residence, submitted by Metroworks Tile and Stone. International, LF Wade International Airport, submitted by Franklin Terrazzo and Domus Terrazzo. And the winners are: Terrazzo category, Cortellucci Hospital, submitted by Franklin Terrazzo and Domus Terrazzo. The Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital, formerly Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital, was completed in 2020 and officially opened in February of 2021. It was opened early as a system-wide support resource for Ontario's COVID-19 pandemic response to help with the capacity pressures caused by the pandemic. Once the health system's needs stabilized, Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital opened as originally planned as a full-service hospital. The Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital, formerly Mackenzie Vaughan Hospital, was completed in 2020 and officially opened in February of 2021. It was opened early as a system-wide support resource for Ontario's COVID-19 pandemic response to help with the capacity pressures caused by the pandemic. Once the health system's needs stabilized, Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital opened as originally planned as a full-service hospital. The terrazzo, installed by the terrazzo contractor, can be seen in the public corridors and spaces, of levels 1 and 2, as well as 2 monumental precast staircases. The floor is comprised of 42,000 square feet of 9 mm thick epoxy terrazzo, with moisture mitigation and full coverage crack isolation membrane. Encompassing this floor is 4,500 lineal feet of precast terrazzo base, manufactured in the contractor's precast shop. The staircases contain 102 pieces of 2 inches thick, 1-piece tread and riser units, as well as landings. All aggregates used to create the terrazzo work were Canadian products and sourced locally. We included 10% recycled glass to help Cortellucci Vaughan Hospital in their goal of achieving Silver LEED certification. Manufactured tile category: Mountain View Mansion. Submitted by Ardex and LFT Professionals. In December 2018, the tile contractor signed a contract on a project in the Edgemont community in Calgary. This project consisted of tile installations in several rooms throughout the house, as well as an expansive, exterior, thin, porcelain tile install. To date, this was the largest scale project that the tile contractor had executed for exterior wall cladding and tiling. It was a real chance to show off the skill and expertise in the local region. The interior work was straightforward, the exterior work was where the challenge would be. The challenges were Calgary's vastly unpredictable winter weather, the size of the porcelain slabs, and securing enough trained and reliable manpower. After the extensive prep work was complete, it was time to install the thin panels. For this project, 6.5 mm 63 by 126 porcelain panels were fabricated on-site and book-matched. All installation products were sourced from one reputable manufacturer, and all installation guidelines for mixing, weather conditions, and curing times were strictly followed. Despite all the challenges, this project was completed to the highest standards and to the approval of the homeowner in October 2019. Natural stone category: Brentwood Redevelopment. Submitted by Creo Stone and Custom Building Products. Originally opened in 1961, Brentwood Town Centre has been a major shopping centre in the city of Burnaby for the past 60 years. When a local developer purchased the property back in 2010, they were already thinking of how to put Brentwood Mall and the surrounding area back on the map. The team of the tile contractor was fortunate enough to be part of the vision for Phase 1. The tile contractor supplied and installed 124,500 square feet of exterior and interior stone and porcelain tile, and 42,000 square feet of exterior stone cladding. 65,000 square feet of 18 by 36 porcelain tile is currently installed at the new main atrium and the lower portion of the mall, to name a few areas. The magnitude of the development, the complexity of the designs, and the age of the existing building played an important role when installing the tiles. Because of the size of the tiles, ensuring the substrate was within tolerance was a major concern. In some areas, the floor was out several inches and needed to be addressed prior to tile installation. Problems arose due to a topping that was used to correct the concrete, which meant a multi-layered liquid was applied, and peel and stick, ANSI A118.12, crack isolation membrane also had to be applied throughout the floor before any of the tile work could begin. Additional special attention had to be made to the pedestrian bridge that crosses over from the mall portion of the project to the entry of the residential towers. Despite the unforeseen conditions that occurred, visitors and residents can appreciate areas such as the feature wall and the fireplace next to the concierge desk and main elevator lobby, where marble and black porcelain tiles are draped from floor to ceiling. Unique Special Award: Fanshawe College Innovation. Submitted by Franklin Terrazzo. Fanshawe's Institute for Indigenous Learning will be a focal point for Indigenous students and communities to engage in research, innovation, experiential and digital learning, and social entrepreneurship. The Calivio Circle, located within Innovation Village, will provide a welcoming space for Indigenous students, while also being available to all students. The moon circles around the Earth in approximately 28 days, which is reflected in the 28 sections of the terrazzo floor within the assembly, representing half female, half male. The assembly is circular in shape, reflective of learning circles with curved glass panels and sliding walls, and special attention given to the acoustic treatments. The contractor fabricated 32 samples to create the final 8 color combinations that were used. One of the color selections was black. To achieve the depth of color, black glass was used. For the white color, pure white marble and mother of pearl chips were used. The remaining 6 colors used were made up of combination of gray, blue, chocolate, and red marble, and incorporating Venetian-style chips. To create the artist's vision, it was imperative to the artwork that the pattern within the 28 sections not be separated by divider strip. To achieve this, the contractor precast all the components and assembled them at their shop. They were then transported to Fanshawe College and installed on the underbed the contractor had prepared for them. Epoxy and sand were used to produce a perfectly flat, 1-inch thick underbed to accommodate the precast installation. Divider strip was shaped around the precast pieces, and the final colors were poured in place around them. Although the process was complex, the terrazzo art installation is not only aesthetically pleasing, it is filled with meaningful symbolism. Restoration. Fairmont Palliser. Submitted by MAPE. In 2019, Calgary, Alberta's oldest and most prestigious hotel, Fairmont Palliser, was looking to renovate some 8,000 square feet or 743 square meters of outdated walls and floors, partially with marble tile and partially with hardwood. The tile contractor reached out to the supplier to come up with a solution to prepare the existing surfaces for the new tile installation without demolition, so as to save costs. The renovation, involving 3,500 square feet or 325 square meters of marble tile floors and walls, proved to be challenging, as most of the area to be retiled had a previous life as a commercial kitchen. A mix of different floor finishes was present, including existing quarry tile, exhibiting heavy contaminants such as oils, wax residues, and cleaners. Once suitably cleaned, the substrate was coated with a low VOC, resin-based primer, with bond-promoting silica aggregates suspended in dispersion. This product enhances the performance and adhesion of mortars to existing ceramics and difficult to bond to substrates. The large format marble tile was installed on floors and walls using a premium, large and heavy tile mortar with a high content of unique dry polymer that results in excellent adhesion to the substrate and tile. A rapid setting grout was then applied. This product was chosen for its exceptional aesthetic quality, its stain-resistant properties, and ease of maintenance. Fairmont Palliser management sought a quick turnaround time and a finished product with second-to-none quality. The products helped the contractor deliver on both counts, resulting in the work being completed in 6 months and meeting the high expectations befitting of Fairmont Palliser's rich legacy. Historical category. Bill Reed Gallery and Cathedral. Submitted by Hugh Art Group. Cathedral Place at 925 West Georgia began construction in 1989 and completed in 1991, replacing the iconic Georgia Medical Dental Building. To honor the historicity of the original, the architects saved the terracotta tiles and World War I nurse statues and incorporated them into the new construction. Cathedral Place has a secondary low-rise on the property, separated by a courtyard. The low-rise is now home to the Bill Reed Art Gallery. Both buildings have granite facade bases, followed by Indiana limestone, with the original terracotta inlaid. Over the years, the facade has deteriorated to the point the building's regular cleaning and maintenance contractors were no longer able to remove soil from the limestone. We were originally called in for a restoration cleaning. Using a soft wash approach, with proprietary restoration cleaning products, we were able to remove approximately 50% of the limestone soil. The remaining portions required refinishing with diamond abrasives. After completing a given area, we sealed it with a special sealer, a silica-based consolidating sealer, used to improve water resistance and strengthen the friable limestone. We also cleaned and sealed the granite portions, removing some deeply embedded rust stains in the process. To keep the public safe, we hoarded the building's perimeter, while using swing stage and rope access above. Technical Product Application Category. Minoru Aquatic Center. Submitted by Apex Granite and Tile. Minoru Aquatic Center consists of 2 lap pools and 1 large leisure pool, with multiple hot tubs and cold plunge pools. The tile contractor's scope consisted of 70,000 square feet of tile installed in the pool tanks, decks, change rooms, and lobby floors and walls. This aquatic center required the usual sloped mortar bed decks and plumbed-out mortar on the pool tank wall. There was also a lot of concrete remedial work required on the pool edges and curbs. This facility had something we have never come across before in a commercial facility. The last pool, LP2, was constructed higher than both the LP1 and leisure pools. As you can see in the pictures, the one long side of the tank had a waterfall of 2 feet down, where it met the deck of the LP1 tank. This detail became especially challenging on the short sides of both the LP1 and LP2 tanks, as the sloped deck and waterfall went from flush to the deck to the waterfall on a continuous angle. Proper surveying and laser level installation created a successful installation. Inside the lobby, we had 7,000 square feet of large format, 8x4, porcelain, 5.6 mm slab, installed from the floor to 60 feet up to the ceiling. Upon completion, the project was finished on schedule and on budget. Residential Category. Project 5th Line. Submitted by Custom Building Products. This project involved a great deal of planning and execution to bring this fireplace to completion. The grueling process of slab selection began approximately 1 year before the start date of this project. We needed this time to discuss and evaluate the pros and cons of material selections, particularly porcelain slabs, to traditional marble. After several multidisciplinary meetings with our team, designer, and project managers, we secured a layout and detailed spec for 10 mm sintered slabs. We were excited to begin this fireplace, as its soaring height of 23 feet, and construction was designed to be the focal point of the room. The veining on the selected porcelain slabs simulated the look of traditional marble. To achieve and execute this look, it is important to keep the veins fluid, as in traditional marble. When doing layouts with veining, we try to keep the ideals of true marble with varying directions over perfect lineups in mind. This is a mistake we see all too often. Marble is not perfect by any means, therefore creating perfect vein flow versus creating a perfect match is always our intention. This involves a great deal of planning and foresight. Before installation begins, we must prime all surfaces with a roll-on primer. Once all the pieces are laid out, we must begin the task of mitering all edges. This must be done on site, and with very basic tools, as we are installing one at a time from a single slab. As we install each piece, using a thin set for optimal adhesion, we are careful not to chip or damage any of the pieces. Unlike marble, repairs and mistakes are unacceptable, and any damage would result in a complete discarding of all pieces and starting over. Once all pieces are set, we then epoxy all seams. Again, much different than marble installations, porcelain slabs require a near-perfect process to achieve this final look. After 2 long weeks of fabrication, installation, and epoxy application, we stood back to admire this masterpiece. International Category. LF Wade International Airport. Submitted by Franklin Terrazzo and Domus Terrazzo. With Bermuda's existing terminal, which was built between 1941 and 1943, and sitting at just 11 feet above sea level. Battling waves, flooding, and storm surges, it was clear it was reaching the end of its useful life. The new terminal is 288,000 square feet with 6 gates. As one of the largest projects that the 20-square-mile island has ever seen, it features materials and decor that reflect the history, flora, and fauna of Bermuda and its community. The terrazzo floor is no exception, with the pattern being influenced by the curves and colors of the beach and triangle imagery. We were able to achieve this using 3 colors of terrazzo, defined with 1/8 zinc divider strips. This project was unique in many ways, one of which being the challenges we faced in completing the work internationally. Supplies on the island were very limited, requiring us to ship 12 sea containers. Much thought went into the packing of these sea containers. These containers held everything from bottled water and paper towels to aggregates, epoxy, grinders, polishers, and all the equipment needed such as hammers, screwdrivers, mops, brooms and more. All PPE, such as safety glasses, masks and gloves to complete the terrazzo work from beginning to end. The aggregates used in the terrazzo are 100% Canadian, including recycled glass. The airport now features 45,000 square feet of stunning 9mm thick epoxy terrazzo, with moisture mitigation and full coverage crack isolation membrane. The president of the project's developer and financier says, "The genesis of today's success story lies in the deep-rooted ties between Canada and Bermuda." Built upon the kinship of our two countries, the Canadian Commercial Corporation and the government of Bermuda partnered with us to develop this much-needed new facility. And now, the two last categories of the night. Judges' Award of Merit. This is awarded to a project that came very close in a category but didn't win. This year, the award goes to Pico Engineering for the project submitted in the Unique Special Award category. Gusto 501. Designed by award-winning architecture firm, Partisans, Gusto 501 is the new sister restaurant to the original Gusto 101 and patron favorite on Portland Street in downtown Toronto. The company collaborated with the design team and Hunt Heritage Masonry in making the hollow core, terracotta block interior come alive. Floor-to-ceiling wall cladding was coordinated, engineered, and meticulously installed to the highest standard of trade craft. The architect was looking to create sculptural, undulating, terracotta block walls. Complex software models were generated, and the tiles were cut at angles to make 6 profile variations, creating unique, undulating, corbelled projections on each wall. Integrated lighting within the terracotta cores is an additional design feature that created a distinctive backlit effect, further defining Gusto 501's signature ambience and inviting interior. Challenges included how to integrate lighting into the wall and engineering an appropriate restraint system for the highly corbelled portions of tile. A strategy for connecting highly variable thicknesses of hollow tile together was created to prevent interference with the exposed masonry cells and to allow for easy integration of the lighting system. Lateral tiebacks for overturning with cold-form steel framing came together with connection details facilitating our attachment strategy. A mock-up for the terracotta walls was created to test connection strategies, lighting effects, and installation tolerance. Many of these key questions were resolved early in the design process to the benefit of the project. And now for the last and most prestigious award of the night, the Project of the Year Award. This is a project considered to be the best out of all category winners. The project was presented in its category already, and we know the complexity and requirements of the job. Without further delay, this year the award goes to Mountain View Mansion. Submitted by Ardex and LFT professionals. Congratulations to all category winners, Judges' Award of Merit, and Project of the Year. With this we conclude our awards ceremony, and we invite you to submit your projects for next year's awards, which will be held in St. John's, Newfoundland. Thank you. And good night.